Welcome to Good Energy Tarot. This is John, and I'm here to bring you that good energy. I'm here to do a reading for the sign of Virgo. This reading is for anyone with placement in Sun, Moon, Rising, Virgo. Um, this reading is a general reading, so it may or may not resonate with every Virgo out there. I'm so excited to do this reading for our Virgos, just because it is Virgo season, and I'm just kind of excited just to see what Spirit has to say to our Virgos. If you do resonate with this video, I just ask you to like, share, or subscribe to become tribe. It's all good energy over here with the Good Energy Tribe, and we're all about living our best life. Just so that you are aware, I'm going to be pulling a card for past energy, current energy, and future energy, along with advice from Spirit, just to help us on our path. And I'm just asking Spirit to just become present, to give our Virgos the best message to send them on their highest spiritual path. And again, I'm so excited to be doing this for my Virgos. I am really excited for Virgo season. What popped out for the past energy is the moon. But I'm just so excited for Virgo season. The Ten of Cups popped out for present energy. And let's get some future energy for our Virgos. Let's just see what's going on. The Princess of Swords. Okay. And advice from Spirit. The Eight of Pentacles popped out. And that was kind of fast for our Virgos. I think it is a message that wants to get out for us here today for our Virgos. And again, this reading is for the time of the beginning of Virgo season, which is about August 21st, 22nd, until the beginning of Virgo season, which is, to the beginning of September. I don't know, I'm just so excited about Virgo season. And it looks like overall, like our Virgos are really reflecting. It looks like we are trying to come into our own here. And we look like, it looks like starting off with the moon, in the past, we may have been in a spirit or energy where we just had to sit and reflect, and we had to understand like what's next in our journey. I know a lot of the times when it comes to the moon, it's kind of that energy where we may not necessarily want to deal with the energy that's being presented to us. Sometimes it's shown as like our dark side. It's things that we feel like, well, maybe we have to change them in order for us to start seeing the sun. Maybe it's some things that we have to deal with before our solar return happens. Maybe some energy where we feel like maybe we kind of just want to be to ourselves at the time, and just really reflect on where we're moving forward to. And a lot of the times that does happen, especially when it's like about to be a new year for us. We kind of just want to evaluate the things that we feel like what are we going to take with us? What are we not going to take with us? And I feel like that's a good thing to do, because ultimately it's gonna bring in that feeling of, wow, like this is really what I wanted. This is really all starting to shape up. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of the times, too, when we're trying to tap into what we really want, we just have to take that time to just say, okay, before the sun rises, And a lot of the times it happened at night, you know, and that's why I said that with that energy with the moon is just like at night we kind of, before we go to bed, a lot of the times, a lot of us, we just sit and reflect on our day. Like we just kind of want to know um, that we are ending the day on a good note. We may just be asking spirit just for, we may just be even praying about what happened today just to even, you know, move into a better tomorrow. So with that moon, I really love that for the past, because it's just like we're just kind of um, seeing what is going to fulfill us next, what's going to bring that ultimate happiness to us next. And I feel like with the moon energy, we kind of ponder on that, and then we begin to see that. I want to clarify the Ten of Cups just to see what are we so happy about. And I think in the Five of Cups, I think that a lot of us are coming out of that those emotions where we feel like we're kind of harping over things that didn't work out in the past. And I think that with that moon energy as well, we're just starting to see a different perspective. We see that we had to start seeing things in a different perspective, because at the end of the day, for me, I feel like it was more of we were looking at what was lost instead of what we could gain. And I feel like with that moon energy is helping out a lot. And at the top it was the Six of Wands too. And the Six of Wands is ultimately victory. And I feel like that's what we're starting to see. We're starting to see the victory in things. We're starting to see that we can certainly move forward in Virgo season. And then the future energy is the Princess of Swords. And that Swords energy, along with that Wands energy, is just letting us know that we can really spring forward with logic now. That whatever we kind of thought of, like whatever we pondered upon, we're going at it with logic, we're going at it with spark, we're going after it with a clear mind ultimately, because we have that sword now, but also we are being so creative with it that it's going to lead us to our victory. And the advice from Spirit also, which plays such a good part in it, is the Eight of Pentacles. It's just like keep doing it. It's like once you realize what you want to do, now it's time to put in the work. Now it's time to see the fruits of our labor. Now it's time to like really be able to understand that like now we know what we're going to do. We had that time to reflect. And you know, even with time to reflect, it may have been like and then if we were in the Five of Cups and now we're going to the Ten of Cups, which is like, you know, we were feeling like maybe we felt like we had to walk away from certain things, but we really didn't want to, and then it's causing us to second guess ourselves, making us cause to think that, you know, did we really make the right decision? And it's like sometimes we don't want to believe what we have to believe, or we don't want to really sit in our emotions when we have to really sit in our emotions. But I think that ultimately the pondering and the sitting alone and the asking ourselves at night what was the best way to go ultimately brought us to our ultimate fulfillment emotionally. And again, I think that for our Virgos, you know, and also with the Eight of Pentacles showing as our future energy, I think that there was a standstill for our Virgos. I think our Virgos felt like, why are things moving so slow for us? Because we're constantly so used to working. And I think that it was just a period for our Virgos to just sit down and reflect, and just to think about where we're moving forward into. I feel like it was a time for us to get our emotions together, so that now that we are moving forward, we can move forward and work and be our best self while we're working, knowing that we're creating a masterpiece, kind of knowing that we're not second guessing ourselves. And then I just kind of want to just clarify the Eight of Pentacles. I want to just kind of see, that was too many cards there, but I kind of just want to just see what we're working on. We're like, what is spirit? Oh, we're working on seeing things from a different perspective. We're working on, understanding that sometimes we have to break out of the traditional ways of doing things in order to see things in a different perspective. And I just feel like that just ties so much into the fact that we just had to reflect with the moon. I feel like also with the Hierophant card, it also means that we're establishing our own standards going forward for ourselves. You know, society likes to put certain standards on us to think that we can't do things, or we have to have a certain amount of something, like just in order, just say if it's wanting to start a business or wanting to move, or even wanted to just buy something that we really want. Society has us thinking that we can't get what we want, or we can't do things without setting a standard and putting a standard on ourselves. Honestly, when it comes to starting something, you got to just jump out there and do it. You'll never have, feel, there's never a set amount of money that you can feel that you need to start a business or make a move. It's all basically the limitation that you place in yourself. And I think that that's what Virgo season is going to bring to our Virgos. I think that it's going to take away those limiting fears that we kind of put on ourselves. And especially sometimes with Virgos, because they are that hermit energy, and they do tend to go through things alone, and they tend to harp on things alone. And I think that that sometimes that energy could be for the good, and sometimes it could be for the bad. But I really feel like with good energy around our Virgos, that is just showing them that. And I love the fact that it's pyramids in both, that the pyramids kind of started in the reading. And to me, with the pyramid, it's just showing that it's like now we see the top. It's like now we're starting to see that our work can get us to the top. There's no more limiting beliefs. There's no more thinking that just because we might perceive the glass as being half empty, that it's not half full. And it's just all about perspective. And I love it. I love when we start to see things in a more positive perspective, because it allows us to blossom into who we really want to be. And I think that with the Virgo season coming, and with it being a solar return, it's kind of like a good start to the solar return. So again, this was a general reading for Virgo's sun, the moon, and rising. If this message resonated, I ask that you like, share, or subscribe to become tribe. And again, it's all about that good energy. And yeah, I want to just send the best vibes to our Virgos, and I want them to live their best lives and enjoy Virgo season, and enjoy rising, and enjoy seeing a different perspective. And I'm sending you all love and light, and I thank you so much for stopping by.